Cybersecurity skills gap? What is it? It's a term you might have heard thrown around in tech circles, but what does it really mean? Imagine a fortress, yeah? It's got walls, moats, the works. These fortifications are designed to keep intruders out and protect what's inside. But nobody's manning the watchtowers. The defenses are there, but there's no one to monitor them. No one to sound the alarm if something goes wrong. That's the cybersecurity skills gap, basically. We have the technology, the firewalls, the encryption, but we lack the skilled professionals to manage and operate these systems effectively. We've got all this tech, all this data, but not enough people to protect it. The infrastructure is in place, but the human element is missing. Companies are desperate for cybersecurity pros, but there just aren't enough to go around. The demand far exceeds the supply, creating a critical shortage. It's a big problem, folks. Businesses are feeling the pressure, and so are the professionals already in the field, who are often overworked and overwhelmed. This shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals leaves businesses, governments, and even our personal data at risk. It's not just a corporate issue, it's a societal one. It's like leaving the back door to your house wide open while you're on vacation. You wouldn't do that, right? But that's essentially what's happening in the digital world. You're practically begging for trouble, and when that trouble comes, it can be devastating, financially, reputationally, and even emotionally. And trust me, trouble is more than happy to oblige. Hackers and cybercriminals are always on the lookout for vulnerabilities to exploit, and the skills gap makes their job easier. So, what can we do about it? Education and training are key. We need to invest in programs that teach cybersecurity skills, from basic awareness to advanced technical expertise. Mentorship and on-the-job training can also help bridge the gap. Experienced professionals can guide newcomers, sharing their knowledge and expertise. Governments and organizations can play a role too by funding initiatives and creating policies that encourage more people to enter the field. It's a collective effort, and with the right focus and resources, we can close the cybersecurity skills gap and make our digital world safer for everyone. If you found this information helpful, please like and share this video to spread awareness. Thank you. Technology, huh? It's always changing, isn't it? From the first computers that filled entire rooms to the sleek smartphones we carry in our pockets today, the pace of technological advancement is nothing short of astonishing. Every year we see new gadgets, new software, and new ways to connect with the world around us. It's like we're living in a science fiction novel where the future is now. Faster than a cheetah on a sugar rush. Just when you think you've caught up, there's something new on the horizon. It's exhilarating, but also a bit overwhelming. The speed at which technology evolves can leave even the most tech-savvy individuals feeling outpaced. This rapid evolution is a major contributor to the cybersecurity skills gap. As companies race to adopt the latest technologies, they often overlook the importance of securing these new systems. The result? A growing demand for cybersecurity professionals who can keep up with the ever-changing landscape. As new technologies emerge, so do new vulnerabilities. The Internet of Things, for example, has introduced countless new devices into our homes and workplaces, each one a potential entry point for cybercriminals. And it's not just IoT. Artificial intelligence, blockchain, and other cutting-edge technologies all come with their own unique security challenges. Think of it like this. Every time Apple releases a new iPhone, hackers are already trying to find ways to break into it. It's a constant battle, with each side trying to outsmart the other. The stakes are high, and the consequences of a breach can be devastating. Cybersecurity professionals are constantly playing catch-up, trying to learn about and defend against the latest threats. They need to stay ahead of the curve, anticipating the next move of cybercriminals and developing strategies to counteract them. It's a demanding job that requires a deep understanding of both technology and human behavior. It's a never-ending game of cat and mouse, and right now, the mouse is winning. Cybercriminals are becoming more sophisticated, using advanced techniques to evade detection and exploit vulnerabilities. The challenge for cybersecurity experts is to stay one step ahead, constantly innovating and adapting to new threats. We need more people who can think like the bad guys, anticipate their moves, and build better defenses. This means not only having technical skills, but also a creative and strategic mindset. By understanding the tactics and motivations of cybercriminals, we can develop more effective security measures and create a safer digital world for everyone. The future of cybersecurity depends on our ability to evolve just as quickly as the technology we aim to protect. Here's a fun fact. There are currently not enough educational programs to meet the demand for cybersecurity professionals. It's like trying to put out a forest fire with a garden hose. You're just not equipped for the job. We need more colleges and universities to offer comprehensive cybersecurity programs, and it's not just about quantity, it's about quality too. These programs need to be up-to-date, relevant, and engaging. We need to inspire the next generation of cybersecurity professionals, not bore them to tears with outdated information. Ah, certifications. Those magical pieces of paper that are supposed to prove you know your stuff. The problem is, the cybersecurity certification landscape is a confusing mess. There are so many different certifications, each with its own set of requirements, it's enough to make your head spin. This complexity can be a real barrier to entry for aspiring cybersecurity professionals. It's like trying to navigate a minefield. You never know what's going to blow up in your face. We need to simplify the certification process and make it more accessible to everyone. Section 5. Vulnerable organizations, real consequences. Remember that fortress we talked about earlier? The one with nobody in the watchtowers? Well, that fortress is vulnerable to attack. Cybersecurity breaches can cripple organizations, costing them millions of dollars in damages, lost productivity, and reputational damage. Data breaches are becoming increasingly common, and the consequences are becoming more severe. We're talking about stolen credit card information, compromised personal data, and even disruptions to critical infrastructure. It's a scary thought, but it's the reality we live in. Section 6. The price of insecurity. Let's talk about money, shall we? When it comes to cybersecurity, the stakes are incredibly high, because cybersecurity breaches are expensive, folks, really expensive. We're not just talking about a few $100s here and there. The average cost of a data breach in 2023 was a whopping $4.4 million. That's a staggering amount of money. That's enough to buy a small island or a really nice yacht. Imagine the luxury and the freedom that kind of money could buy. Or, invest in some decent cybersecurity. A fraction of that cost could go a long way in protecting your business. But it's not just about the immediate financial hit. The repercussions extend far beyond the initial breach. There's also the long-term damage to your reputation. Once your company's name is tarnished, it's incredibly hard to regain that trust. The loss of customer trust, which can lead to a significant drop in sales and customer loyalty, and the potential legal ramifications. Lawsuits, fines, and regulatory penalties can add up quickly. It's a high price to pay for something that could have been prevented. Investing in cybersecurity isn't just a cost, it's a necessity. It's about safeguarding your future, your reputation, and your bottom line. So the next time you think about cutting corners on cybersecurity, remember the price of insecurity. Section 7. Building the cybersecurity workforce. Education is key. Alright, enough with the doom and gloom, let's talk solutions. First up, education. We need to start young, folks. Get kids interested in STEM fields early on. Let's teach them the basics of cybersecurity in school, show them that it's a cool and rewarding career path. And it's not just about kids. We need to make it easier for adults to transition into cybersecurity careers. More affordable training programs, scholarships, apprenticeships. These are all things that can help close the skills gap. Section 8. Corporate training, investing in defense. Businesses need to step up their game too. Instead of just complaining about the lack of qualified candidates, why not invest in training your existing workforce? Upskilling and reskilling programs can help employees develop the skills they need to fill those cybersecurity roles. It's a win-win situation. Employees gain valuable skills and companies get to strengthen their cybersecurity posture. Plus, it shows your employees that you're invested in their development, which is always a good thing. Section 9. Diversity in cybersecurity. A necessity, not a choice. Cybersecurity is not a one-size-fits-all field. We need people from all backgrounds with all sorts of perspectives to effectively combat cyber threats. Diversity isn't just a buzzword, it's a necessity. We need to create a more inclusive and welcoming environment in the cybersecurity industry. Let's break down those barriers, encourage people from underrepresented groups to pursue cybersecurity careers, and celebrate the diversity of thought that makes this field so dynamic. Section 10. The future of cybersecurity. Your opportunity. The cybersecurity skills gap isn't going away anytime soon. In fact, it's only going to get bigger. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It means there's a huge opportunity here, folks. If you're looking for a challenging, rewarding, and in-demand career, cybersecurity might be the perfect fit for you. The world needs more cyber warriors, and you could be one of them. Section 11. Bridging the gap, a shared responsibility. Closing the cybersecurity skills gap is not a one-person job. It's a team effort. We need everyone to do their part. Governments, educational institutions, businesses, and individuals. We need to invest in education, provide training opportunities, promote diversity, and create a more inclusive and welcoming industry. By working together, we can bridge the gap, strengthen our defenses, and create a safer and more secure digital world for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Get involved!